Good afternoon, guys. Taking the day off today from hiking and live streaming too. Get some coffee here. My shoes are all wet. I washed them this morning, but they got all mildewed. I was trying to dry them with the dryer. I couldn't get them dry, so they're just like soaking wet. I gotta try to wash them and somehow get them dry. I don't know how to get them dry. Any pickups, guys? Yeah, well, I took a day off too because I got basically a very cheap hotel last night and tonight. So it was a good place and very cheap, so I decided to stay an extra night. But the shoes got mildewy because they got wet all the night, all the time. And then when I was sleeping camping, they didn't have a chance to dry out. So just the mildew set in and they smelled terrible. So this morning I took them in the shower, really hot water, put some of my soap on and cleaned them out, got the mildew out, but now I can't get the water out. Can't get them dry. So I'm just hopefully I'll be able to dry them overnight tonight. I stubbed my fingers on this rock I was walking yesterday. Not too bad. Don't need a band-aid or anything. Hey, what's up? It's Jonathan North Live. Yeah, I don't have internet in my room, my hotel. I haven't been on internet at all. I'm trying to read up. I got a book to read. Just taking it easy. Had to come out here to get internet. Where I'm at, it's a little bit remote. I guess there's no internet out there. So. John Key says internet is awful in Cornwall. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing that. I got this map here, the Camel Trail. I actually wasn't walking. I was walking on the coastal trail. This is a different trail. I had the two mixed up. So I'm thinking about doing this. This will go inland along the river from Padstow to Bodmin. It's like 25 miles or something. Yeah, I was on the coastal trail. This is a different trail, the Camel Trail. Anyways, just a little chat with you guys and give you an update. The Camel Trail. That's why they were confused when I said that back in Newquay. What's the Beast of Bodmin? What's that? Jelly donuts, pretty good. There's something wrong. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Something wrong. Cheers, man. Jonathan North. Beast of Bodmin Moor. What's a moor? Like a swamp? Pretty good coffee. I need another cup, man. My expenses here aren't too bad, but the food and drink expense is very high so far. I'm keeping track of my daily expenses on my Apple Notes. So gotta try and the thing is I've done some shopping, like I've eaten out of done some grocery shopping and eating that stuff. I haven't, but I gotta try reining in my food expense. Food's very expensive here in the UK, but the hotels aren't too bad. Cheap hotels was a big attraction selling point for me, but food here is pricey, especially in any kind of cafe or restaurant. So there's nothing at Bodmin. Yeah, it's more about the trail, not so much the. But I would like to see some small cities too. I've only seen one, Newquay, so far. Something wrong. Big ups, man. Thanks for the $5. Here's the trail here. This is half of it. So it goes along this river here. Looks like you got like quite a lot of facilities along it. This is half the trail. It's a wade bridge. So it goes from pad style to wade bridge. It's actually a cycling trail. It's probably a lot like the trails I did in Ohio. Because it's paved and probably cycling, and then it keeps going all here. So you go through some little villages, and then over here to Bodmin. You got the Bodmin Jail and the Bodmin Railway. So that's one possibility. I could go. Then once I get to Bodmin, I could go down the south coast and go towards like Plymouth and stuff, Exeter. I could switch it up. Because if I keep going north of here, it gets really remote for a long distance. It'd be hard to get out of that area too once I get in there. Like, I could be kind of stuck there, out there. There are some little villages and stuff, but some shops. That's an awesome donut. I'm usually not a donut fan, but just kind of expensive. That's all. I could go for another donut and coffee, but it's very delicious. Get a meal deal from Sainsbury's. Yeah, I could stop at some grocery stores. I stopped at Sainsbury's twice in Newquay. I believe I spent about 8 pounds, 7 or 8 pounds the first time, 7 pounds. Second time I spent 12. I still got some of that food left from the second pound. Oh man, my donut just dropped. The wind blew it. The wind blew it on the ground. Should I still eat it? I'll still eat it. What the hell? I'm kind of hungry. And you go, calories. Like, the problem is people's feet have been down here, but oh well. It's like 2 seconds. I don't care. Sand donut. It tastes the same. You gotta watch out for the wind. I paid like 2 pounds for that donut. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. Yeah, I'm not really germaphobe. I don't really care. Yeah, there's a floor drop down. You can see some of the sprinkles. My wet shoes. Hey, what's up, JJ Standing? Did you find my other channel? Yeah, it might be, I don't know, it was 5.5 pounds for a coffee, this little coffee and a donut. I said the food's what's kind of killing my budget, but I'm still doing good expenses. I like to eat a lot of these little snacks and coffees and drinks, so that adds up. And some meals, you know. I can see why a guy like Rio would really struggle out here, because just to eat, he gets a deal. Some of those shops, they take care of him, give him a big discount, but still, it's a lot of graft he's got to do to just pay for his food. Well, I mean, the hotels are cheap. I've stayed one night at camping, and tonight will be my 4th night at hotel. Just $40 a night. Not all the hotels are cheap, but there are some cheap ones. So that's quite nice. Hey, what's up, Stephen West? Thanks for all the info you've been supplying me. Yeah, I have a good recommendation if anybody wants sometimes I live stream, people give me good information, but I don't see it, or it passes by in the chat. If you want to give me good tips or info or suggestions, you can just leave it in the comment section after the live stream is over. There's more of a chance I'll see it than on a live stream. Teeth look good. Google Megabus. All right. I still going to King Arthur's Castle. It's not far from here. But this coastal trail, it's a lot longer than I anticipated. Like, just because of the nature of it, it goes around these bays and stuff, estuaries. So you're constantly twisting and turning, going uphill. So it takes a long time, a lot longer than it would look on the map to get places on that trail. But it's a very enjoyable trail. But it's actually great. It's a great trail. I mean, I think most beautiful trail in the world. And my shoes are so wet. I think what I'm gonna do is just unlace them and set them in a windy place outside and let them sit outside. I'll just stay in my hotel room tonight. Hopefully that dries them out. There you go for another coffee. I didn't have any coffee this morning. I just had some tea from the hotel room. Hey, cheers, guys. I would like to see some more British towns too, not just trails and countryside. But I got plenty of time to see a lot of different stuff. Cornwall's kind of cool too because there are a lot of small cities, like 10 to 20,000 people. That's mostly it's either that or villages. So you can just kind of go from it's countryside to a small city. Hey, what's up, Barefoot Chef? Robert says stuff paper and shoes to absorb the moisture. I gotta find some paper. Visit Winchester, former capital of England. Yeah, I've heard of Winchester before. Maybe the hotel has some old newspaper. That's worth giving a shot. I'll see if they got yesterday's newspaper. I need some more coffee. Another coffee and donuts can be 10 pounds. Yeah, I was actually holding the shoes over a heater because all the British rooms have these little portable heaters, electric heaters. I must have held it for 30 minutes on and off, and didn't seem to help much. We're getting some good suggestions here. Can I travel to Ireland? Yeah, I'll be going to Ireland before I go back to the United States. So my return flight is from Dublin. I just didn't stay in Ireland this time because I landed on a Thursday, and that weekend in Dublin, the hotels were all booked for the whole weekend, and there's just one hostel left. It was $70 a night. Screw that. So, but perhaps when I come in November, back in November, it'll be less crowded and cheaper, or I'll be on a weekday. Yeah, the Bolton Bean. What you said, Cliffs of Moher. Yeah, that's in North Ireland, isn't it? There's a lot of cool stuff in Ireland if you like nature and hiking stuff. Just right outside of Dublin, there's a trail called the Wicklow Way. It's a 70-mile hike through. There's not a lot of hills and mountains in Ireland, but in the east of Ireland. But to the south, there's a hills, kind of hilly mountains type area, directly south of Dublin, right to the edge of the Dublin suburbs in the south. It goes about 80 miles. I was thinking about doing that. But the weather was also a lot poorer in Ireland. It's very gray and rainy and colder than here, like 10 degrees colder Fahrenheit. Yeah, there's a bus to Belfast, or you could go to a small city in Ireland, like Galway or something, but they had some festivals going on there too. So everything was booked there too. Ireland gets a lot of tourism because they get it from both Europe and the United States and Canada. And because they're a hub of cheap flights in Europe. Ryanair, Aer Lingus. They have the cheap airlines there. So people just fly there for the hell of it, like for real cheap. But I flew over Dublin. Dublin didn't look that big. I guess it's kind of densely populated in the middle, but compared to like an American city with a sprawl, it's not that big of a city. It's like 1.2 million people, metro. It's not that big of a city, but Ireland's not that big of a country. You know, it's 5 million people altogether. The American cities can sprawl like 60 miles. You know, they can just go forever. Like my city, Cleveland, is like 3 million people if you take in Akron and Canton. It sprawls like 50 miles to the north, south. And it sprawls like 60 miles along the lake. All the way from one end, all the way to the other. So you look at it from the air above, it's just like a massive sprawl. But there's a higher population density in Dublin, you know, than American cities. People live in row houses and stuff. Same with England too. More apartments and row houses. 6 million Irish Republic, 2 million Northern Ireland. Yeah, Northern Ireland, for those that don't know, is part of the UK. And Irish Republic is an independent country, obviously. Two separate areas, but they were fighting a lot of, basically a war about that for a long time in the 20th century. A low-level kind of war. And the UK part of Ireland is like, which, you know, the Irish people aren't happy with, the Catholic Irish. That's like Protestant, they're more Protestant, you know, and they want to be with the UK. And Ireland wants that part to be part of Ireland, you know, because it's the same island, historically the same country. But as a tourist, you can visit both places. Like, there's no border control. Well, once you get to Ireland, as an American, they just asked me, all they asked me was, how long am I staying here? I said, they saw I'm going to the UK. So I said a few weeks. And once you're in Ireland, you don't need to show the passport in the UK. So they have open border between both Ireland and UK. So you can pass back and forth, no passport checks or anything. I think I need another coffee. The coffee was good but small. If I was satisfied with just one coffee and pastry, I would be saving a lot of money. I spent a lot of money on sweets and coffees in my travels. Hey, good morning from Queens, New York. Beautiful area. Yeah, big ups, W. Yeah, it's very beautiful, man. I think it's going to be like this. Most of my trip's going to be cloudy and rainy. Had some beautiful sunshine last couple of days. Amazing scenery, but we're going to be getting a lot of this kind of weather, I believe, going forward. This time of the year, you know. Yeah, but I think a lot of that stuff has settled down. It used to be a low-level guerrilla war back like in the 60s and 70s and stuff in Ireland. But that stuff has settled down. Ireland was a part of the British Empire. It was basically what happened was in 1805, Scotland joined the United Kingdom in 1700. It was like a royal marriage, and they formed one nation. And Scotland was an independent nation historically. I believe Wales might have been too recently. So that was the Union. And then Ireland joined the Union in 1805. Or I think that was 1806, one of those dates. But the problem was that Ireland was ruled by pro-English Protestants. And they basically ruled the Catholics. And the Catholics didn't have much of a say in their country. So they were all gung-ho to join England, but the people weren't. The people that ruled the country were, like the aristocrats, but the the people that the majority of the population wasn't. They wanted their own independent country. So. And they in 1916, the Irish, a group of people. This is during World War One, when England was thick in the World War One and losing thousands and thousands of troops to Germany, and the Irish Republic. It was in Dublin. They split off to form their own country, but they were arrested and all hanged, and that created a lot of animosity. Even it was already a bad situation. It was even worse. Like 1,000 of them were hanged, and they didn't get their independence until like 1937. They had full independence, Irish Republic. But long history. I'd like to read more of it in the future. More about both countries. But if it was a more equitable system with full representation of everybody, maybe that would have worked. Countries just like Scotland and England. But it was the fact that this one group was domineering over another. Didn't work out too good. The Irish and English Union. Early Riser says 3,000 people have died in the Troubles in Ireland since 1969. Yeah, most of that was in the 20th century, though, right? It has settled down since then. On both sides, they died. It was like a guerrilla war, kind of like what's going on in Israel right now. I mean, obviously, it's even worse in Israel. Just 3,000 people died last week, but it's kind of somewhat similar. I mean, in terms of territorial disputes and stuff. Hey, good afternoon, Patrick. Ireland is your ancestral country. Yeah, there's people of the Irish migrated to England over many years too. Like they came here, worked in the factories. Some of them just stayed here, lived here, never went back, or some went over to America or Australia. Man, wet shoes are really uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't know much about UK history. It's just a little bit I've read recently. UK and Ireland history. Let's see here. Most of what I know about UK history is the Industrial Revolution, because I've always been interested in that. A little bit about the colonization and stuff of different countries. I know I've read some books on some of that stuff. But there's a lot of history in the UK, a lot of different aspects. Yeah, you can just read about World War II, World War I. You can read about the naval colonial period, the Napoleon Wars. And when you talk about the colonial period, there's American colonies, there's India, there's and there's Industrial Revolution, there's medieval history, there's a lot of different things you can cover. France is the same way pretty much. There's lots to cover there. And then, you just focus on the history between Ireland and UK. That's a whole, goes right up to the modern era. That's a whole lot to read there. It's like, D3 says, your teeth suddenly look good after you arrived in England. You know what happened was I switched toothpaste. So I was using this Thai toothpaste for the last 6 months. It's heavily concentrated, but it's like a herbal toothpaste, but it doesn't really whiten. Like when you drink coffee, it doesn't whiten your teeth that much. So I switched to just a plain Colgate American toothpaste, and my teeth look whiter now because of that. I noticed that in the mirror today when I was looking. Thank you, D3, for the 50 Norwegian kroners. And thank you, Bolton Bean, for the 5 euros. Thank you, guys. Cheers. That calls for another coffee and donut. Let me see how I'm doing on battery. We got some nice background music here, nice little view behind us. Let's go. I didn't start the brushing, sand brushing yet. Yeah, thanks guys, big ups. Yeah, and then even you can break it down to Wales and Scotland and stuff. They all got their own history. So yeah, there's a lot of. You can just focus on London, the history of London. You know, there's a lot of history you can go into. How long am I streaming today? Not long, maybe an hour and a half. So maybe an hour and a half. Just gonna drink some coffee, then go back to my room. Need to walk around a little bit, otherwise my muscles will seize up. So walk around, move around a little bit. I'm trying to take it easy today. And tomorrow I get back walking. Have I had fish and chips yet? Yeah, I had in Newquay. It was fish and chips and some mushy peas. But I have had a lot of this kind of stuff in Thailand. There's a lot of British food there, British pubs, and so far it's kind of the same. This morning I had eggs Benedict. It's very delicious. Eggs Benedict. It's just basically English muffins with salted ham and poached eggs. It's very good with some tea. Go get some another donut and coffee. Back in a second. Here. I got another donut. And I'd be very comfortable right now if it wasn't for my wet feet. But I had an English breakfast in Newquay with Rio. I had the extra large English breakfast. So I've had quite a bit of English food already. But like I said, the English breakfast I had here is just like the English breakfasts I get in Thailand. I get that on occasion. But only difference I would say was they had like chopped tomato instead of roast tomato. They had blood pudding and mushrooms. You get that too in Thailand, but it's not always included in English breakfast. Sausage and the bacon are very similar. So, yeah, it's very similar. I'm just doing a morning coffee chat just because thank you. Doing a little morning coffee chat because I can't always chat with you guys when I'm hiking and stuff. Read your comments and I can read your comments a little better and stuff. Hey, Tequila Joe in the house. What's up, Pattaya? Big ups. He's probably headed to the UK, or not the UK. He's headed to Thailand pretty soon, right? Tequila Joe's been working hard, making money, so he's he's doing good. Keela Joe doesn't have to donate Blacktooth Grant. I'll put you in timeout. He's sent me plenty of super chats in the past. He doesn't have to send me any super chats. Put you in timeout here. 10-second timeout. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mitch? I timed out somebody for 24 hours the other day. So they got this new thing. It's timeout can range from 10 seconds to 24 hours. Another jelly donut. Hey, Alone in Bangkok, big ups. Thank you for the 200 Thai baht. Thank you. Gotta make sure my donut doesn't blow on the ground again. No problem, Blacktooth Grant. It was just a mild infraction, 10 seconds. Minimum timeout here. I haven't been watching any live streams. I don't have internet back in my hotel. And then I was camping the other night. I was watching a little bit of YouTube, but my internet was 50-50. It was coming, it wasn't too good, so I couldn't do anything on the internet too much. Yeah, I'd love to have lunch with Steady Eddie. Look for employment in the UK. Can a foreigner just come and get employment easily? How does that work? I do see a lot of help wanted signs. Hey, Alone in Bangkok, thank you very much. 200 Thai baht. Cheers. Yeah, the problem with Ireland is you probably have a very tough time finding a place to live. There's a huge crunch on the real estate market there. UK might be better. Hey, HM, thank you for the 150 Australian dollars. Thank you very much. It's hard to find informal jobs in the US nowadays. But these tourist places are actually great places to find those kind of jobs, because especially in the high season, because they're really busy for part of the year and then not so busy the rest of the year. Like if I came here in the summer, I could probably get a lot of different jobs. Where would I stay? That's the problem. There's people that travel. They travel around the world, but they also visit a lot of developed countries, places like Australia and stuff. But they work in those countries as they're traveling. You know. What's up, Pataya says UK looks nice. Charlie, awesome trip. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's been fun. It's cool checking out different places once in a while. I haven't been to Europe in like 20 years, so. Flavio says there's no sunshine in England. There was the last couple days. Hey, Trey SB, thanks for the $2. Thank you, Trey. Big ups, Trey. Cheers. Bernardo says, you have a job, you're a YouTuber. Oh, sometimes I could do both. I have 2 jobs.
Oh yeah, and then I regretted it.
Thank you, Trey. Big ups for the $2. Go Hard Dude says they provide accommodation. Oh, that's, yeah, possibly. They probably expect you to work all summer though, or all season. Which if you just want to work for a few weeks as you're passing through, might not be good. Maybe, but it might take any help they can get sometimes, you know. Rantillion says he can get 0-hour contracts. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, it's pink icing. A few people comment about that. What's the big deal about pink icing? That's just what they have. It's a jelly donut. Alex says that CC, the beard looks badass. Thank you. I think this is the longest I've ever grown my beard. I think I'm just gonna keep growing it. I got another map here. I'll show you guys. Okay, this is just a small part of Cornwall. And we're over here by Pad Style. Here's where I started, Newquay. So I walked all the way along here. And then I have the option tomorrow of taking a ferry to Rock. There's a town called Rock. And I could keep walking on the coast. Or I could walk the camel trail to Bodmin. We got 2 routes I could go. So one goes along the river and then inland. Other one just goes along the coast. There's where we started. There's the airport. This is just a small part of Cornwall, actually, because it goes all the way down here, too. There's a brewery called, I see in the pubs, a brewery named after this city, St. Austell. It's a local brewery. And there's some trails inland too. Here's a trail called the Gosmore Trail. Looks like it goes all over the place. There's a lot of trails. So what do you think? Should we take the ferry and go along the coast, or should we go like the camel trail? Press 1 to keep doing the coastal trail, or 2 to do the camel trail inland. What do you guys think? Jay White says 2. One, 2. One and 2. Barefoot Chef wants me to do both. I think the 1s, but we did get quite a few 2s. 1's 1. Two's actually got some advantages, the camel trail, because I think we'll get better internet. We get to see a couple other towns, Wadebridge and Baden. We get to see some towns, more towns. There's a chance we might not get good internet on the coastal trail, you know. So, and we've already seen like 15 miles of the coast. It'd be nice to see more, but we have seen some of that already. Hey, Bolton B, thank you. Thank you for the €5. Thank you, Bolton. Sean in Wonderland's in Thailand. He's here in the chat sometimes. Barefoot Jeff's in Thailand. Awesome, man. Check out Barefoot Jeff's channel. He's also a vlogger. I got some, this last live stream I did, I had some really smart ass comments. One guy said, the world traveler discovers there's a world outside of Pattaya. I just got back from Colombia, a month of streaming all over Colombia. It's like, you can't win with some people. Hike's going pretty good, but my feet are getting blisters and my legs are pretty sore. I'm taking today off. No hiking, just a little bit of walking around town here. All right, 2 coffees and 2 donuts down the hatch. Don't need any more of that stuff. Maybe get some dinner later. Have I checked out the big sinkhole yet? I walked by some giant hole in the ground. Maybe that was it. Yeah, I pretty much rested most of yesterday, other than maybe 5-6 miles in the morning of walking. I had all afternoon and evening resting, and today, so I should be pretty good tomorrow. Only challenging thing I have is to get my shoes dry. If I can do that, I'll be good. Where are the coastal cliffs? I've been walking by them the last 2 days. Go back in my previous live streams, you see a lot of them. It's nothing but one coastal cliff after the other, right when you leave Newquay. Actually, all around Newquay as well. Truth Warrior says, CC, maybe find some of that ointment that your UK viewer suggested. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to have to do some shopping. I'll grab a few things. I've lost 2 things already. I lost deodorant, had a deodorant stick, and I lost a t-shirt. the only thing I've lost, but I don't know how I lost those two things, but I lost them. So I'll have to get another t-shirt of some sort. So I only have one t-shirt, this one. I haven't lost anything of value, or which is good. Hey, Bernardo, 6 euros. Thank you, man. Big ups. Thank you, guys. Cheers, Bernardo. It's a specialty deodorant too. It's a non-chemical, so that won't be easy to replace. I'll just have to buy whatever I can, Axe or something, you know. Yeah, maybe getting copyright. That's all right though. I think I'll make enough ad revenue from AdSense on these live streams just to pay my. That'll cover my flight here. Because these hiking streams generate a lot of ad revenue, actually. When I hiked across Ohio, because most of the streams didn't get copyrighted, I made like $800 in ad revenue. You know, on top of a lot of super chats, but that little extra 20%, 15% bump with ad revenue is nice. Like that stream I did yesterday, I was just walking, showed you guys talking about Cornwall for 20 minutes. I'll probably make like 10, 15 bucks in ad revenue. It all adds up the course of the month. Yeah. But this stream might get copyrighted. I can't stop getting copyrighted all the time. No Doubt says you can get a direct bus to London from St. Austell. That's a possibility. I'd miss a lot of places along the way, though. Google Paul Brown UK is a big Cleveland Browns fan. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns are 4-2 right now. 2 miraculous wins. We defeated the undefeated San Francisco 49ers with no offense. Quarterback is injured and our running back is injured. And then we just defeated the Indianapolis Colts with I got an email. They said, so I looked up this just when I got this cafe here. We won 39-38. The Browns won. But like, I looked at the stats. Like the quarterback didn't do anything. It was like no touchdowns. Must have been a lot of defensive touchdowns. The defense must have dominated. Can I do an English accent? No. Maybe by the end of this trip, I'll be able to do a little bit. Yeah, because we got a really good quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He had an amazing game versus the Titans before he got injured. He was his old self. But then he had a shoulder injury. He took a big hit. So he's out for a few games. And somehow we're still winning, thanks to the defense. Yeah, they had 3 rushing touchdowns, but they scored 39 points. So it must have been the defense got a few points. Greg Foster says basketball was invented in the UK. It was invented in Massachusetts. They don't even play basketball here at all. Yeah, Sean's very popular in Pattaya. Hopefully he gets back to vlogging. It was invented by a guy named, what was his name? James Naismith? Is that football? I don't know. Yeah, James Naismith, right? He's from, he's Massachusetts. Well, whatever, I mean, it was invented by an American. I don't know, maybe he did something in Canada, tried it out first time, and then it really took shape in America. It's American sport all the way. It's not popular in East Europe. East Europe's got some of the best players in the world. Popular in, I guess they play basketball a little bit in the UK. There's a little bit going on, not much. Mostly popular in Philippines, Eastern Europe, and that's it, United States. But they do play in some other places. Like Brazil's got it, Argentina's got it. Actually, it's very big in those countries too. Right behind soccer, it's the second sport. It's kind of here and there in a few places, but yeah, England is soccer, rugby, cricket. Rugby's big too in England. Rugby is really big in Ireland, South Africa, pretty much all the former British Commonwealth countries. New Zealand, Australia, rugby's real big. They're bigger in those places than England, but it's pretty big in England too. Rugby's very big in Scotland too. Yeah, basketball is the #1 sport in the Philippines. It's the only sport they care about. They don't play much soccer or football, as you call it here. There's a story that more young people are watching YouTube more than Netflix. Wouldn't surprise me. I haven't watched Netflix in like 6 years. I watched a little bit before, but very little. The Scots took football/soccer to South America. I don't know the story of that. I know, I don't know a whole lot about soccer, football. And we got Steve Padgick in the house. Big ups. So you need to shave when you get back to Thailand. It's getting growing out a pretty big beard here. Thanks for the super chats, guys. Appreciate it. These little streams just kind of gives me something to do too during the day. So just taking it easy today before I hit the road back tomorrow. I actually got a lot of time because I almost have a month here in Ireland and UK, so I'm not really in a rush or anything. I got plenty of time to do stuff. Keeping track of my daily expenses, so you guys will see. I'll make a separate video, show exactly how much I spent this entire trip, breaking it down day by day, keeping track of it. So I think it'll be interesting. I haven't done that before, but it's a good thing to do when you travel on a budget. You need to watch keep track of your expenses. So then you could look at the list and see how can I get my expenses down. So wow, that money, I saved a lot of money that day. I didn't spend hardly anything. This day I spent a whole bunch of money. You gotta kind of analyze it a little bit. Think, you can do that when you keep track of it, keep records. That's why businesses don't keep bookkeeping just for taxes. It's also to their benefit. without bookkeeping, there's no business basically. Am I going to Pat's in December? I'm not going in December. I don't want to go there during high season, so I might wait till like February, if and when I go back to Thailand. Wait till with peak high. January, December is peak high season, and I prefer to wait. I saw on Khao San Road, because I went to Bangkok many times when I was there on my last trip. I usually stay in Khao San Road. I saw a hotel that was like 2,500 baht. It's just a normal hotel, but in the peak high season it was 2,500 baht, like $70. But in low season, or like a month later, it was like $15, 600 baht, or $20. So it gets kind of ridiculous there in January, December. But what's up, Pattaya is bringing his accountant. Yeah, he knows all about bookkeeping. He's a businessman. But there will be some people going there. There's Barefoot Chef is there. Right now, there's Water Nirvana is going in December. I don't know if he's going to be in Pattaya, though. I think he's just going to Asia. It's going to be all over the place. Now, but there's extreme peak, and then there's peak. So like the extreme peak is right around New Year's. So like December 15th to January, end of January. Last year was kind of mental, because especially you had everything was shut down for 3 years. So everybody came back right at the same time, and like I didn't really remember we had the drama with Chris Travels, and he didn't have a hotel room. We're trying to help him out. It was like December 28th, right at the peak high season. December 29th, December 30th. He had nowhere to stay because there's no hotels. But I told him, man, there's still some hostels in Khao San. Just go there, Khao San Road, Bangkok. You can get a hostel. He was out of money, and he was there in peak high season. But it all worked out for him. The beefy Bitcoin let him stay with him for like 2-3 weeks. So that was a big help. And Beefy provided content too. So like Beefy really helped Chris out that time, because Chris was in a pickle. Like he had no money, no debit card, nowhere to stay in peak high season. This guy Beefy Bitcoin, he's a moderator here. He stops in the chat sometimes, but he had a mansion. He let him stay in his mansion, and he was streaming there, and they were making content together. So, yeah, Beefy was. You get legends like that in the live streaming, And Beefy's a legend. Yeah. Big Joe helped out Chris some too. Yeah. I helped him out a little bit too. Like we all helped him out a little bit, but Beefy was the main guy. Really took care of him. I think Cabo's headed to Thailand too, but I think he's not headed till next year, like earlier next year. I don't think he'll be there during Christmas and stuff. A lot of people are headed to Thailand this winter. I don't know what Twitch he's up to. Last I heard, he was doing some kind of van life stuff. He bought a really expensive van, and he's going to be maybe traveling around America, I think. So I think I'll ever stream. Well, I streamed a lot with Chris Travels back in December when he was in Pattaya. Yeah. And if we run into each other again, sure. We both don't have any problems with each other. Oh yeah, there's Smoke Bar Patong too. Yeah, I forgot about that guy. Yeah. I thought Chris's streams in Pattaya were epic, because all the characters, BP Bitcoin, myself, Tequila Joe, Smoke Bar Patong. He was like hanging out on the beach 6 a.m, talking to people and stuff. Lima Bravos and, you know, street vendors. And he had some great streams. That was his best streaming, in my opinion. But he didn't like Pattaya. He always kept saying he didn't like Pattaya. And he had some controversy too. So maybe he didn't feel welcome by the community, you know, the live streaming community, the YouTube community, or the business community, you know. Yeah, Chris still streams. I think he's more on Kick though. I don't pay attention to Kick. Like Bjorn was streaming here in Cornwall. He was here in the chat yesterday. I didn't even know he was in Cornwall because he's only on Kick, Bjorn. So I just watch YouTube. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the camel trail, but I was just to switch it up, because you got 3 towns here. We're gonna see 3 different cities, plus some villages maybe along the way. I've only seen one city, Newquay, so far. Somebody was saying there were some cheap hotels too in these towns. That'd be good too. Oh man, it's starting to get cold. These wet feet are making me cold. I didn't bring a lot of clothes. I got shorts. Yeah, they actually have like 8 different maps of Cornwall. This is just one area, so it's amazing. Like you look at Cornwall, it's just a small place with not a lot of land area and not a lot of population. But I guess it's not quantity, it's quality. You know, you have a place that has a lot of land area, but it's just open fields and desert. Here, every little part of it is like civilization and little villages, scenery. You know, so. Jeff Carter on his way back from Pattaya. Yeah, Jeff Carter was the very, very first vlogger, I think, in Pattaya. I stubbed my fingers on a stone yesterday. I was walking. I hit it because I kind of tripped to stop my fall. Looks like it's all right though. Just gotta watch it. Chris said he made $5,000 on Kick last month. Jeez, that's good. Good money. Kevin Thailand wasn't the first. Kevin Thailand was 2015. Jeff Carter is like 2012 or something, like when he started. And YouTube was a lot smaller, you know, unknown. Steph Traveler started like around 2013, I think, his first vlogs. So back then there was just nobody doing that kind of stuff, you know. But Pattaya is like the best, one of the best vlogging places, because there's people, countries all around the world, they just want to see the city and what's going on when they're away from it. So they go on a vacation there, and then they're back home, and they want to touch base with it, and they get to do that with vlogs and YouTube videos. So you get a huge boost if you focus on the city. And that's kind of how I built my channel, was with that city, you know. But a lot of people know that, so there's a lot of competition now. A lot of people are doing the same thing. Yeah. Now it's kind of spread out a little bit. But my live streams weren't actually doing too good in Pattaya because they got repetitive and a little bit dull. Like I wasn't drinking or doing much nightlife. It was just like walking around and sitting in coffee shops. The numbers gradually dropped. I was switching it up and going different places. I was going to Bangkok a lot, but my numbers did drop a lot that long stay in Thailand and Asia because I wasn't putting out good content consistently. I think to do what I do, I have to really switch it up. Like I can't just live in Pattaya and live stream. I have to like travel, hike, go to different countries, if I'm gonna stay a streamer. I may switch back to vlogging one day. But the streaming is going great. The super chats and stuff, and Early Riser says, I heard YouTube cracking down on showing. I don't know about that. I think actually YouTube is getting more lenient with stuff. They were really strict back in like when I was doing it. And when I first started vlogging, I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was just hanging out and walking street drinking. And my very first vlogs were just like kind of wild, crazy vlogs. Then I got demonetized right off the bat in 2017, so I kind of cleaned up my act in the videos a little bit better, just kind of show more day in the life stuff and hanging out with Sean and just more random, not focused so much on the nightlife. My lifestyle, how I lived a cheap life, cooking room. I still showed some nightlife, but nowadays there's people putting all kinds of crazy stuff on YouTube, so who knows? I haven't done much vlogging the last 4 years, so I'm not the expert, the guy to ask, but do I miss Thailand? Not really. Like I'm actually enjoying traveling and going different places. But it's always nice to go back there. How tall am I? I'm 6'2", and that's super tall. Rio's really tall. He was like 6'3", and Rio's a pretty. You can tell he's a really strong guy. He said he used to pick up 250 kilo safes. Repair Shop says we need stream snipers. Maybe when I get to some cities, we'll have them. But in this part of the world, probably not. It's getting a little bit cold. But Rio is he's in his 50s. He's kept himself in. You can tell he's in good shape, like good health, good shape, and whatever struggles he's had, he's in good health and good shape. Yeah, Ricky's also a pretty big dude. Whatever happened to Ricky? It seems like he hasn't streamed in a long time. When he met Barry in the Philippines, he just stopped streaming. And he's got 2 streaming channels. He used to stream on both of them. It's Big Shot Travel and Sick Grandpa. There's 2 channels. And that's starting to rain. Guys, I think I might end the stream in a few minutes. It's getting cold and a little bit rainy. Retreat to the hotel. Any last comments or questions? I'm gonna close this in a few minutes here. Yeah, whatever happened to Ricky? Why did he stop streaming? I'm not sure anybody knows the answer to that question, so it'd just be a gossip if I asked that. But all right, guys, I gotta go. Yeah, it's getting rainy and my feet are cold. I gotta get my shoes dry. So I'll see you guys. Actually, I'm gonna get a pizza to go. I think get a pizza to go before I leave here. Let me just go inside if I want to get out of the rain. I'm actually gonna stay live for another 10 minutes because I want to get a pizza to go. It's gonna be my main meal for the day, along with that breakfast, some donuts. Yep, I had the pizza here last night. It's pretty good. Let's see here. Here's the pizza menu. You're gonna see the pizza menu. So we got a pizza menu. We got the piggy pizza, 15 pounds. Wild side, Florentine. I had the margarita, 12 pounds. It's very good. Yeah, food is pricey. Food is almost the same as my hotel expense, or I think it's even surpassed it. I have to find a way to cut my food expense this trip. Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. Excuse me. All right, guys. Yeah, I got a pizza to go. Margarita pizza. Had this yesterday. Hit the spots, man. I get it again. So tomorrow we'll be on the road again tomorrow. I think it was a good move taking the day off. It's good to do when you got a cheap hotel. I got a cheap hotel, so I wouldn't want to take a day off in an expensive hotel. Sometimes I might not have no choice but to stay in a more expensive place. But my hotel is only like $40 a night right now, so. Hey, what's up, Will? I am Bo. Sizer says sausage rolls are cheap and filling. I haven't had those. I'll have to try it. But when I get to like more small cities and big towns, they'll have more options for eating. Sometimes you have to take what you can get though when you're just hiking on the coast and stuff. And there's a lot of tourism going on, but I haven't been disappointed with any of the food that I've had. It's all been very good. It's just that sometimes it's been expensive. Like, you know, 12 pounds for a pizza. Probably not going to get much cheaper than that anyways. So.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are they still in?
Why not stream and hike? I have been streaming and hiking. I just, today I'm taking the day off. So I'm just chatting with the audience. I've hiked over 30 miles so far, previous streams. Today I'm taking the day off. Yeah, just a quick little stream. I haven't had a pasty yet, however you say it. So, they got pasties here. I just wanted a pizza, so I'll get some pasties before I leave Cornwall. Don't worry. Pasties or pasties, however you say it. Yeah, that tourist place yesterday was expensive, but I was hungry and that was the only place to eat at. So, but it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Like I made really well with super chats, but like I said, I'm gonna keep track of my expenses this whole trip every day, and you see at the end of this trip exactly how much I spent and everything. Break it down: hotels, miscellaneous expenses, food, transportation. You'll see everything there. I haven't done that in the past, but it's easy to do. I'm gonna start doing it. So this morning I broke everything down by expenses. Yeah. DK57 says 100% chance of rain tomorrow in Cornwall. 19-mile winds. 19 mile per hour winds. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to deal with this weather. There's no problem. I got the gear for it. Weatherspoons unlimited coffee for $1.50. Yeah. Well, when I'm in cities and stuff, I could do that, but I have when you're in you know, rural areas, you kind of have to take what you can get. So. Where are the UK stream snipers? The thing is, I'm in a very remote part of the UK. If I was in, I got a lot of viewers around London, a lot of viewers in the north. If I was in any of those places, I probably would have had a few stream snipers already. But I'm in a very remote part of the UK, so. Yeah. I'm gonna get this pizza and I'm gonna probably head out, guys. So when the pizza comes, the stream is over. I'm just waiting for the pizza. That's why I keep it going. Getting pretty cold. I didn't bring my. If it's cold, I got like 4 layers I can put on. So I've only got 2 layers on now, which isn't enough. Boom! Oscar Magnuson with the last-minute super chat. Thank you, Oscar. 100 Norwegian kroners. Big ups, Oscar. Cheers, man. Well, it's rural. It's fairly touristy and it's posh, so all 3 factors can make the food here expensive. But it's not too bad. Do I have a kettle in the room? Yeah, I do. I had some tea with it last night. Free tea. Thank you, Oscar. Big ups, man. Yeah, the thing is, I don't like instant coffee. I know like Nescafe is popular in the UK, as it is in Thailand. It's not popular in America. We don't like Nescafe instant coffee, so I don't like it either. But I mean, it would work. Be another choice, but I prefer. I'm 10, 11 hours from Justice Guy. Otherwise, I drive by and yell abuse. This is coming from a guy that's gave me a lot of super chats over the last year. Big ups, Oscar. Thank you. This morning I had eggs Benedict for breakfast. There's 2 poached eggs, a big slice of salted ham, and English muffins, and hollandaise sauce. It's very good. With some tea. Tea and 8 cubes of sugar. I had a whole teapot. I used up 8 cubes of sugar. I got this pizza, the cheapest pizza, 12 pounds, which is like $15. Well, I had like a whole pot of tea, so it's like 2.5 cups. So per cup, it was like 3 to 4 things of sugar per cup, plus milk. Yeah, it's starting to rain pretty good. Damn it. I didn't bring my rain jacket or anything. Yeah. W says, I'm not really on vacation. This is actually, for me, it's in a way like work. Like live streaming's how I make a living. So I got to go places to live stream. But it is sort of vacation too. It's like a combination of both. They say if you enjoy your work, you're winning. So I enjoy the work that I do. It's raining pretty good. I got to go in or something here. This is full. Wait by the doorway here. Wait for the pizza. Yeah, I need to find some cheaper ways to eat. I've seen some suggestions. Steve West had a suggestion to get a coffee, a snack, and like a sandwich or something for £5. When you're a tourist, you have no choice but to eat out because it's not like you have a kitchen in your hotel room and food, you know. When you're traveling. But there's still things you can do to minimize your to eat cheaper. Project Diamond wants to come see me. I'm in Cornwall. If you want to come to Pad Stout, Cornwall tomorrow, I'm walking probably the Camel Trail to Bowden. I might camp tomorrow night. But if you want to come hang out or walk with me or give me a ride or anything, yeah, feel free, man. I haven't heard of Greg's. Scooby DJs, and he's in Thailand now. Awesome, man. He says, when I move up the country, I'll see you. Awesome, man. All right. Project Diamond. Big ups. Oh, man. Okay, I'll have to try that meal deal. I could be hiking in this weather tomorrow. You can see here, I'll show you some scenery in front of me. It's not bad as long as you're properly dressed for it. So I've already hiked in this sort of weather the first day, first couple hours. I'm waiting for a pizza. I ordered a pizza, and then I'm gonna close the stream.
I just need to give you a quick update.
Yeah, the problem is like food can be cheap. Like if you just buy rice or pasta, I can't cook that stuff when I'm traveling. So even if you go to Aldi's, what are you gonna buy that's cheap at Aldi's? Some bread and cheese? Because all that stuff has to be cooked. Everything you buy at Aldi's. Maybe some bananas.
Pizza for Billy?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much. All right, guys. I'm out. See you guys tomorrow. I'll be hiking again. Thanks to the super chats. See you.